Alright, hello everyone and welcome back to my Fallout 4 Mod Spotlight series, where today we are having a look at the House Armour mod, which is being made by user Eleonora, who in the past has made some truly impressive housing mods that we have looked at on this series, as well as a number of really cool different suits of armor, and apparently has decided to combine those two different categories of mods into one House Armour, and I love this thing. Though I have to be honest, this is one of those mods that purely the reason I'm looking at it is because I saw it on the Nexus, it made me laugh, and so here we are to gaze upon this glorious monstrosity. Oh my god, I love it. It is literally a suit of armor made out of parts from houses, and I just... oh, it's glorious, guys. It is simply glorious. Now let's actually take a look at the stats on this thing first. As well, it is a suit of armor, so it should be useful as a suit of armor if you were to use it in the game. So let's have a gander at the pieces on the armor rack, as these are the default pieces of armor. And we'll start with the helmet here, that even though it looks like a gas mask here, you can plainly see in the background, it is a freaking doghouse. And as for protection, it has 1 physical resistance and 50 rad resistance, which is fairly impressive, though makes sense when I tell you how to get it here in a moment. Now it does have a weight of 3, which is a little bit heavy, but I mean, it is a doghouse that is on your head, so it kind of makes sense. Now as for the main body of the House Armor, as you can see here, we actually do have some pretty decent defense numbers here at 50 physical defense, 10 energy, and 10 radiation defense there, and amazingly, actually gives you 5 charisma and 100 luck, which I just find hilarious, because you'd have to be one truly charismatic person to be able to pull off this thing, and it's just, again, glorious. And surprisingly, for the full body, I actually think it weighs a little bit lower than it should, considering all the metal siding, etc. strapped to you, but yes, it only does weigh 10. And now the House Armor, the main armor, can actually be modified. Sadly, the helmet cannot be, but you can add both ballistic weave as well as general linings to the House Armor, so you can actually make it pretty darn impressive. And so let's take a bit of a closer look at what you do get here, and I don't know, I freaking love this thing. We have like pieces of wall and roof as the shoulder pads and chest pads. We got the just hilarious doghouse helmet there, and also a doghouse on your arm, which is a little strange for the arm, but oh well. We've also got a frying pan, and who doesn't love that, along with a potted plant. And of course, it is a mod from Eleonora, and she always includes the I Hate Morndas mug there. It simply wouldn't be an Eleonora mod without it. And as you saw earlier, well, we got a TV on the back, so, you know, there's that, as well as another piece of roof protecting your butt there. And, yeah, overall, it is just a glorious monstrosity of thrown together parts, and I really do like it. Now, as for how you get your hands on this thing, it's actually a little bit of a trek, as you are going to have to travel all the way down to the Glowing Sea, and just south of the Glowing Sea Red Rocket, there is the house, in which you will find a slightly insane irradiated opponent. I believe he was called House. I've actually got some footage I'm going to be playing right now of me collecting the armor earlier, and it's from him that you loot this glorious suit of House Armor. And yeah, so that is how you get it, and that is also why it does have some pretty good radiation protection. As well, you do have to go to the freaking Glowing Sea to pick it up. And of course, besides that, you could have always a command prompt to get the parts. But if you want to get it legit, you're gonna have to go to the house. Now, as for the different modifications on it, if we do go over to the armor workbench, you'll see that on the armored House Armour, we do have, as I did mention, the various linings that we can upgrade here, so you can do everything from deep pocketed all the way down to pneumatic, and then of course the weave, so you can get the various levels there. And as you can see, once this thing is fully upgraded with, well, whatever lining you like and ballistic weave, it's pretty impressive. As for the resistances, my current suit that I'm wearing, because you do actually loot 2 suits off the guy, I have 160 physical defense, 135 on the energy, and 25 rad resistance, and that's just on the main body of the armor. Now again, as you can see in here, we cannot find the helmet, so you can't mess with that, but oh well, what are you gonna do? And as for one slight oddity with the armor, now of course if we zoom out, you can see that I am clearly wearing this, and it is a unisex piece of armor. It can be worn by either gender perfectly fine. And one oddity though is you can wear other armor pieces with it. Now, so for me, I've got all of my Assault Marine armor pieces here from Far Harbor, and I can put on the chest plate, the left armor, left leg, and right armor, right leg, etc. And, yeah, it's all there. It's all perfectly there. Now, I cannot wear the wetsuit, so this basically counts as like a jumpsuit or something along those lines. And the doghouse on our head is fully a helmet, so we can't put on something else besides that. But you can, yes, in fact, wear other pieces of armor under this, including chest pieces, which does look a little bit strange considering I'm wearing the quite bulky marine suit, but, yeah, I mean, if you go with a thinner leather or something like that, you could actually hide these quite nicely under the bulky housing pieces to actually be even more armored than just wearing the armored house, or, well, house armor, rather. And overall, though, even with that slight oddity, I love this thing. Like I said, it makes me laugh, and that is just a wonderful thing. So, yeah, pretty short one today. That's all I've really got to talk about for it. So if you would like to check out this mod for yourself, and I definitely say to go and give it a gander, if not just for a quick laugh. You can find the link in the description as per usual, but that is going to be it today, my friends. I hope you all have enjoyed, and that you do come back for the next episode, when hopefully we'll be looking at yet another wonderful mod. But until that time, thank you for watching, and as always, have a good one.